I loved Cooking Up Christmas. This is a really brilliant film. This was released in 2020. It's directed by Roger M. Bobb and written by Angela Burt-Murray. And we have some really brilliant characters. We have Chloe, played by Meagan Holder, and Donovan, played by Lamman Rucker. We also have some pretty nasty characters who are very well written, and I loved to hate them. I won't say too much more about those characters because I don't want to spoil it, but what I will say is just look out for some amazingly written, brilliantly performed characters across the board, not just the antagonists, but certainly there were some standout performances. Look out for the character of Shavonne, played by Marquita Goings. Absolutely loved to hate that character. But the story actually focuses on Chloe, who is a chef. At the start of the film, she loses her job and she ends up taking a job as a personal chef for a professional baseball player over the holidays. This is Donovan and his children. And some of the family members take to her more quickly than others. The ones who don't take to her, it took me a little while to get used to them. Mainly I'm talking about Vanessa, who was not a very nice character, but she does go on a journey. And I think all of the characters have really great character development in this. All of them are very, very well written. Donovan doesn't dislike Chloe. He's hired her after all, but she has different ideas for how to serve the food. He is a health nut, but she actually has some clever ways of serving up food that may seem like comfort food or foods that would be a luxury for a health-conscious family. But actually she has some very healthy ways of tweaking recipes to make them much healthier. And if you're into food, I think there are going to be some interesting recipes here. It goes into quite a bit of detail, which is unusual for a cooking-based Christmas film. Usually we get tiny little bits of information about the recipes that are being created or made. But in this one, actually, we get a lot of detail. And I found that to be really refreshing and something that worked really well. And a great way to show that actually popular, traditionally unhealthy dishes can actually be made with a healthy alternative. So that I found to be pretty great. Chloe is really likeable. This is, of course, a Christmas rom-com, so we do have a growing relationship between Chloe and Donovan. It's quite slow, not in a bad way, but in a way that's actually very believable and realistic. It takes a long time for sparks to begin to fly between them, but I actually think it's done in a way that's very realistic and very believable, and I really appreciated that. I thought it worked really well. There's a nice amount of Christmas in this. We have some Christmas music, we have some Christmas decorations, a gorgeous Christmas tree, and it's definitely got enough Christmas in it to make it have a really nice festive feel. I loved it. I really loved Cooking Up Christmas. There's nothing about the narrative that didn't work. It's not the most predictable, which is something I always really like. The likeable characters are really likeable, and our nasty characters, well, there's one character who's just nasty throughout, and I won't say anymore, but you'll know exactly who it is, and I just think they're so brilliantly written. The other characters who have bad attitudes go on more of a journey of character development, and they're all very well written, and the performances are all great. It's a really brilliant story. It's one that I'd actually be very happy to watch again, and needless to say, I'm very happy to recommend Cooking Up Christmas.